Present. Yes, good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss one more program based on what we have done. Okay, I have opened two Python script mode. Basically, in the first one, you can see the program that we have done previously. And now on the basis of that, it will be just like your revision, and plus we are going to discuss that how actually we are going to combine or club all the things together. And still, if you have any problem, then you can ask today, because ultimately this is nothing but the revision, or actually we are going to understand that how we are going to make simple programs. Okay, so we are going to do the CRUD based program. The meaning of CRUD over here is C stands for create, then R stands for read, then your U stands for update, and your D stands for delete. Okay, so basically we are going to create database table, then we are going to read from that, then we are going to update from that, and then we are going to delete from that. So this is what ultimately we are going to discuss today on the basis of what we have done previously. So the very first thing, then the next thing is we will be assuming one table also, one database also. Database I'm taking same, that is your 12th CS. Okay, sorry, 12th IP, that only I'm taking, and in which we will be creating today one table of sports, and in that sports table I will be having sports ID, then name, after name duty by price. Okay, basically this is for sports equipment, so this is what we are going to do, and in which we are going to make all the things. So the very first thing is our import statement. As you can see parallelly, it will be import mysql dot connector. This is the first statement. Then we need to create connection. So for create connection, mydb is equal to mysql dot connector dot connect, and then host is equal to, as I said, it is in the same computer, so we will be taking local host. Then after that your username, so your username comma user is equal to, by default it is root. After root, then you need to give the password, so comma PASSWD is equal to whatever is your password, so it is OLOPCS. Okay, then after this, next thing is we need to create the cursor. For creating the cursor, it is my cursor is equal to mydb dot cursor. Okay, now see, we have to create the database. For creating the database, I'm again taking the same statement, that is my cursor dot execute. Then inside this, create database if not exist, and I'm taking 12th IP only. Fine, it is already created and we are going to take the same thing. Then once it is taken, then we have to, I'm just copying the statement. Then after this, we have to use that database. So it is okay. So after that, it is used, then your database name, that is 12 IP. Then once this is created, I need to create the table, that also if not exist. Fine. So we will be writing create table this I'm writing in multiple lines. Create table sports. Then we need to give the value. First value is your SID. We are assuming that SID is of type integer, comma. Then next is your name. We are assuming it is varchar 15. Okay, then after this, quantity, that we are assuming integer type, comma. Then the price, we are assuming again integer. You can take over here as floating point type also, it is your choice. Then all the three quotes we have to close. Okay, this is what we have done. Now see, for remaining all the things, we are going to make functions. Okay, it means first we are making, now the next thing is how to make function. Whenever you wanted to see, actually functions part is not there in your syllabus, but when we are making programs and our programs are lengthy, that time we need to make functions. So therefore you must know very basic things, that how you are going to make function. Okay, we will not discuss a lot of about functions, but basic things. So for functions, you need to write a keyword def. Def means you are going to write definition of a function. Then whatever is the function name that you wanted to create. For example, I wanted to create insert function, then brackets and then colon. Now whatever you wanted to write over here, you can write here. For example, I am writing here print for inserting values. Okay, then we are going to make another function. For example, another function is update. I'm just copying this and then I'll paste it. Okay, for update, I'm writing simply over here. That this is for updating values. See, we are actually revising all the things, whatever we have done in past few days. Then we have delete. Then for delete, we are writing over here for deleting values. Now see, actually when you will be making project, you are actually going to make project in this manner. Then we are going to display all. So display. And here I am writing for displaying values. Okay, this is for displaying value. Now once this is done, see, actually we have not written the proper definitions of the functions, but only one line statement. Later on we will make all these statement. Then after this, what you have to understand, that how we are going to make functions. Fine. If more lines you wanted to make as its part, you can make more, you can add over here more lines. So that we will do later on. Okay, then we are going to create a menu driven program. So it will be something like this, while true. Then we will be asking choice from the user. First we will display one menu, and then we will be asking a choice from user. When you are creating a project, you can make a proper menu also. Okay, so very first thing is print. This is for handling sports equipment. Okay, then we will be giving choice for the user. For example, I am giving the choice press 1 for insert new record. Then see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 functions. So we are going to give 4 choices, and fifth choice will be for exit. Okay, because ultimately we know that if it is menu driven program, we should know how to exit also. So 1 for insert, second for update, update in record, then third for deletion, and fourth for display. For display, see, right now we are doing display all records. Okay, I'll be making one more function, that is search. Definition search. It means we are going to search for a specific value, and if it is available, then we are going to print that the value is also available. Okay. For searching any value. And see, when you will be making project, that time it is compulsory that you are going to define primary key and all. Okay, not now, but later on you have to define the primary key. Okay, then 5, press 5 for exit. So see, we have created our choice based program. This is closed. Then user will give any choice. That choice we are going to store in any variable, and it will be of integer type. So we are writing something like this. Okay, so user will give any, what to say, we have given this option to user. User will give any choice. We are not writing anything here because we have written everything over there. Whatever user will give, we are converting it into integer, and then we are storing it into choice. Now we have to check that what choice user has given. This is simple, your menu driven program. If your choice is equal to 1. Now see, 1 means we wanted to insert the record. Insert the record means we want this function. So simply copy this function and paste over here. Okay, elif. Otherwise, if your choice is equal to 2, 2 means update. So we will copy this function and we will press enter and we will paste it. Similarly, if choice is 3, you can see for third choice, we are going to call delete function. So for third, we are going to call delete function. Then for fourth, it is display all. We are going to make one more option, that is for display, and for search also we have to create. So that also we will do now. Then if choice is 5, in that we will be making search. Okay, so like this you can make your as many as program functions you wanted to make. Then else, if choice is 6, we will be mentioning over there. In that particular case, exit is predefined function which is inbuilt already. So over here we are making one more choice, that is for fifth choice we are going to add display specific record. And for sixth, it will be that we are coming out from here. Anyone, any doubt up to here? First of all, we will execute this first and we will check. I'm writing here codes. If I'll execute this, see what you have to understand, that ultimately after this, okay, error was that this local spelling was wrong. Then we have another error, that is our create command is also not proper. So that also we will check. We have not closed the bracket. So this is another mistake. Now if I will run this, now see it is working perfectly. Fine. Now what you have to understand, let me run this again. Now see, we are getting the error that this table already exists. So I must write over here, if not exist. If not exist, then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. Fine. So now what you have to understand over here, that this is your menu driven program. Now see, now you have to give any choice. Suppose if I'm giving the choice 1 over here. Enter choice. Now if I will give the choice 1. So see, it has called the function, but we have not defined what we have to do in that. Fine. Similarly, if the choice is 2 for updating the values, and see, because it is menu driven, so it is again and again continuously showing us the value part. Fine. So it is working perfectly. Now what you have to understand, that this is how you are going to make your function. I hope this is clear, that how you are going to make function. Now the next thing is, as we were discussing yesterday, that we can create, we are going to make these functions by asking the values from the user. So now we will discuss that how we are going to ask the values, and then we will work accordingly. So the very first thing was for insert function. Nobody has done that question yesterday, which was given to you as a homework. Nobody has executed. Okay, so you can see what I have explained to you, that if you wanted to insert any value, this is how you can insert the value. Insert into your table name, then values part, then whatever your values. Secondly, these are all constant value, but I told you that if you want any value from the user, first you are going to ask the value. For example, over here, ask the value, then write your SQL statement, then its value part, and then you can pass it over here. Okay, so like this, we are going to discuss that how we are going to ask all the values. Now you can see that in your table, total 4 values are there. So all these 4 values, here we will ask in the insert function. First is, you wanted to know SID. Okay, so SID is equal to, it is of type integer. So we are asking in integer format only. Input. Then you can write anything, enter sports ID. Okay, then second thing is, you wanted to ask the name. So name is equal to the only input part, enter name of equipment. Then next is quantity. So see, it is not compulsory you will be using same name. You can use different name also. Only for the sake of understanding, I'm writing here only Q part. So int. Otherwise, you will be having in your mind that every time that the name has to be same. Okay, so int and then input. Then over here, enter quantity. Then price, P is equal to int input, enter price. Fine. Now see, all these values are asked from user. Now your insert command. So you need to write SQL query. SQL query is insert into okay. So insert into, then your table name is sports values. Now see, All the values we are asking from the user, so it will be in the form of variable, so we will be writing percentage s. As I said, 4 variables, so we will be writing 4 times percentage s. Okay, this is closed. Then once this is done, then your value part means, as I said, that value part will be all the values in the form of a tuple, so it will be your SID comma name comma q and comma p. Okay, once this is done, so you can see what we have done later on. Execute, then we are passing SQL and value and then commit. So only this much we are doing, and then we will check whether it is working properly or not. Fine. So this much we have done. Remember, it has to be inside the function only. So we will check this first. Now see, in this first we are going to ask the value to insert. Then enter sports ID. Suppose I am giving here 1. Equipment name, suppose ball. Then quantity, suppose 20. Price, suppose 50. So over here we are getting error after 20 and 50. So that also we have to cross check first. Here we have not given one comma. So now if I will run this again, and remember, if error is there, it will not execute. Fine. So first thing, choice 1, ball, then 20 and 50. So you can see that it has been inserted successfully. Therefore, you are getting this. And if we wanted to cross check, then what we can do, we can check over here also. Database name was 12th IP. Then select asterisk from sports, because see, just now we have created the sports, right? So whatever insertion we will be doing, it is visible over here. So now see, instead of this particular way, here what we were doing, everything we were assuming that these are the values. These values we are going to assume that when we are having fixed values. But suppose if you want values from the user, in that particular case, this is how you are going to ask the value. Now you wanted to insert 5 values, you can call this function 5 times. You are ultimately you are running this loop infinite times. Fine. So this is how your insert function will be there. Then next you are having update function. Now see, for updating, see, now in case of updation, we are going to ask on the basis of, we will be taking a particular information, for example, the primary key. Suppose we are taking on the basis of SID. And we wanted to change either quantity, we only wanted to change the quantity. We are assuming that price is also fixed. So like this, you can make, for example, over here, 3 types of update function: for updating name, for updating quantity, for updating price. We are having one more extra facility for that, but we will not discuss that right now. Right, today we will only discuss how to update quantity on the basis of SID. So we are going to ask 2 things. First is SID and second one is the quantity part. So the very first thing is we are going to ask the quantity ID and then quantity part. Okay, so this I am copying as it is. These 2 information we have asked. Then once it is asked, then we need SQL statement. So your SQL statement is simply your update command. Fine. So your update, then your table name is sports, then set, then you wanted to change quantity. So your QTY. Now see, you have to write the name. This is important thing, that when you are writing SQL statement, these columns has to be based on the SQL table only. So QTY is equal to percentage S, and where SID is equal to again percentage S. Okay, now in the value part, you need to pass first of all QTY. Now this value is given, or we have taken input in this variable. So first we will be writing here Q, comma, then we have to write for SID. This value we have taken from the user in this. So SID. Okay. Once this is done, again you need to write these two things. It means because it is update, so ultimately you are going to write like this. Okay, now we will check this also, whether it is working properly or we are still getting any error. You can, first of all, we are going to take second option, sports ID. We are giving one quantity. Now I'm making 100. Okay, no error. Now if I will check this, again I'm writing this, you can see it is converted into 100. So this is how you can do your update. Then next we are having is the delete. Okay, in case of delete, now in case of delete, what we have to do is we are going to delete on the basis of sports ID. So first we are going to ask sports ID from the user. Okay, then after this, your SQL statement. SQL statement is delete from sports where SID is equal to %S. Okay, and then we need to make a value tuple basically, where we are giving that it has to be SID is equal to in SID only, but because to make it as a tuple, we have to write like this. Then again, these two commands simply copy and paste. Fine. So we will check this also whether it is working perfectly or not. So third option, then we have to delete. I'm again giving first choice. Working perfectly, we can check over here. Again, if I'm going to write this, you can see it is empty step set. It means the value has been deleted. Now see, today you are going to do practice up to this. Okay, display and search we will do later on. वैसे तो we have already done display also. So if you wanted to try, you can do display also. Otherwise, at least this complete menu driven program you are going to make for your practice. Okay, once you are done with this, then you can share the screenshot with me. Okay, then good day all of you.